Boom, boom. This is Kenner, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a bit of Azur laying up today. So we're in the middle of the event. Now, this event is, of course, going to be running until the 5th. That's when the sorties and the actual build, see right here, will end, is on the 5th. So we've still got about like 9 days or so before that's going to be coming to an end. So keep up with that. I keep knocking up on that. From my account standpoint, I've gotten all of the ships. I've actually already got fully limit broke. The others are very, very close. They'll be done in like 3 or 4 days, including Miyuki, which is from the event. But I have not gotten Musashi yet. I do have all the materials to actually bring her up to fully limit broke. Actually, I have enough materials to actually max her out, which I'll probably do once I get her. If I have to go to the pity, I will. The pity's at 200. I've got I got the cubes and I got the coinage to do it. So. It's just a matter of time. Hopefully, it won't have to go to that. I went to 183 out of 181 or something with Shinano, so we'll have to see how far I go with Musashi. But I will be getting her because I do have the enough to make the pity, which is 200 pools. So that's the status of that. We do have a event up for skin. Might want to take advantage of that. This is not a rerun. It's a brand new skin, so take a look at that. Easy to do. Just make sure you've got it done by the 5th. Okay. The actual 7-day event will run on the 28th, but then you'll have an extra week or so to finish it up. So it's really easy stuff, just simple enhancements and things like that. Nothing that should be difficult. So I've been getting a lot of people wanting to know the status on the PvP. As I mentioned in a couple videos a while back. That was possible that with the introduction of the PR5 ships, that there would be some change in the meta to the PvP. It appears to have not happened. The Plymouth, which was the ship carrier that they were thinking of, might have changed. It did not have enough effect to change the meta. So the meta is still the same. To get you a look at it here. We've still got the same as before, and for those of you new to actual PvP, let me explain it to you. So we've got New Jersey, battleship, straight damage, excellent damage, okay? Then we've got Benito Vittorio, she's the Italian, she is a flagship, which is why we have Aquila and Duca. These three ships form a synergy, and they receive buffs from Benito. We got an aviation buff that she gives Aquila, helps to increase Aquila's damage immensely, making her a force to deal with. So that's what we got in the back, and having the 3 ships, having 2 other ships, and gives Vittorio a buff as well. So it's all synergized together. Shibakaze, these 3 ships, by the way, torpedo. That's the word. That's the meta. At the start of the battle, all 3 of these ships fire their torpedo barrage immediately as the battle begins. A massive amount of damage, which usually annihilates most vanguards immediately, and then you start pounding the back line. Battle's over, and that's the standard for this meta. These are the ships that you need. This is the top meta right now. Okay, these are the ships that you need to do it. Okay, and they're not, except for Anchorage, which we'll get to in a second here. But Shibakaze, fast, massive torpedo damage, and because she's so fast, she has excellent evasion, difficult to kill. That's the Duca. Torpedoes, as of course, also supplies the buff to Vittorio because she's Italian. But Duca has another skill. Her torpedoes slow. Believe it or not, slow torpedoes are much difficult to dodge. You've got these fast-moving boss ships. And fleets that are just moving all over the base very fast. A torpedo just zips right by, and they've dodged it. However, a slow torpedo gives them more of a chance to actually run into it, and that happens quite often. So it increases the accuracy of the torpedoes. That's what she's also, as I said, one of the buffs for Vittorio. Now we come to the final spot in the Vanguard here. Now this used to be the spot for Nashur. She used to be here, and she was an excellent ship. But Let's talk about, if you look at the meta, we've got 3 ships that fire torpedoes immediately when the battle starts. The thing about Anchorage is Anchorage, when it throws up a smoke screen the minute the battle starts. This smoke screen makes her exceedingly difficult, damn near impossible to hit. Thus, for 5 seconds, she's pretty much, so that's what this whole PvP meta does. It quick hits, immediately fires all the torpedoes when the battle starts. So you've got like 9 torpedoes coming at you. It wipes out the vanguard, and then you start attacking the backline. It's a quick strike capability. Anchorage literally breaks the meta because she is immune, nearly immune for the first 5 to 7 seconds of the battle. So she doesn't get hit by those torpedoes. That's why she's here. She is to counter the meta. So you need to have her in your fleet to do that. And that's why she is now the mainstay and used. The problem is Anchorage is a priority ship from Season 4. As such, not a lot of people have her. I have her. She's fully maxed out and fully equipped. So make sure that you keep that in mind. And you want her. Noshiro will work as a good tank, and she does have some torpedo, and she buffs torpedo skills. But you need to get Anchorage. Anchorage is the last link for your meta. Okay, the other ships are not priority ships, which is what makes this a usable meta by a lot of people. But Anchorage is really the breaker. You'll find that you will beat other ships that have the meta with Noshiro in the front line if you have Anchorage in the front line. I have done that on several occasions. So keep that in mind, and that's what you want to get. You want to get Anchorage. Now, one of the things you want to make sure that you put the Eagle Union item on her. I've got it currently on Baltimore. I've been doing some testing, trying to auto story mode 13. Not having much luck with finding a fleet that could actually auto it. But I've been doing some experimentation, so I took it off of her to try it on Baltimore. So you want to put the elite damage control onto Anchorage. Okay, it has to go on an Eagle Union ship. You don't want to put it on. You don't want to put it on New Jersey because she's backline. So what it does is this. So if a ship takes fatal damage, so she's got low health, all of a sudden she gets hit by a torpedo or she gets hit by a barrage, that would normally sink her. Well, she doesn't sink. She continues fighting and becomes invulnerable for the next 8 seconds. So she'll tank for you, do damage, whatever, and then she sinks. So she's got invulnerability for 8 seconds. Now, you have to take into account most PvP matches don't last more than 15 seconds at the most. Okay? So this pretty much means she's not going to be sank in the course of the battle. So you've always got your Vanguard ship up and running, the one that's doing the tanking. And that takes away a lot of the focus from your backline, allowing your backline to obliterate the other team's backline. And thus you win the battle. So that's important unit. So make sure you have this elite damage control unit on her. Make sure it's maxed out, okay? I'm going to go ahead and change this. I put the elite fire control unit on Anchorage, but I'm not sure where Anchorage is at. So for the time being, I'll just stick that on there. And I'm going to have to move that back to Anchorage. So that's what you want to make sure. You make sure that elite damage control unit is on her so that she survives. All right. So that's the meta. That's the way it lays out. All right. So keep focusing on the event. This event's going to be continuing until the 5th. Shop will, of course, be open until the 12th. And remember to focus on the skin, because that's not a rerun. That's a brand new skin. And also remember that you have until the 5th for the build. So you have to reach this pity before the 5th, because on the 6th this is all gone. Okay, so make sure that you have the cubes and the coins to actually do it, because you definitely want to get her, because once this event closes, you will not see Musashi for a long time. She will not be in the build. They're probably having a rerun of the event sometime, but it's going to be a long ways away. So you need to get her now. And the pity is at 200. You're guaranteed to get her at that amount. And I'm zoning in on it. Like I said, I've got all the other ships. Some are already finished, but yeah, have not had very much luck with her. But focus on that, and the meta did not change, as I've said. So if you have the current meta up that you have right there, that's still the best at this time. We don't expect the meta to change with Musashi, but I'm not going to say that, because we've now got 2 UR carriers in Shinano and Musashi. Combined with, you could throw in an Enterprise, Essex, Intrepid. All of those are what we call tank carriers. Extremely hard to sink, and they do out a lot of aviation damage. So we're not exactly sure if this is going to affect much in terms of the meta. We don't think it is, but I'm not going to say it's not. Okay, because this is a ship that most people are going to be able to get. We'll have to see. But right now there is no change. But if there is a change, I will of course make a video and let you know. But I've got all the other carriers maxed out as well, so it's not really that big of a deal. I've got enough XP data packs and enough mats to max out Musashi almost immediately when I get her, so I'll be able to change into the meta very quickly if something does arise where there's a change. But I don't think there will be. I don't think that in the long run having 3 carriers in the backline is not going to affect. They're still going to be pounding the back line almost immediately, because the torpedoes are going to destroy the front line, the vanguard. So they're going to get to the back line anyway. It does not matter that it might just take a few extra seconds to kill them, but they will, of course, go down, because you're going to have all the vanguard and most of the back line aiming at them. So I don't think having another backline ship is going to affect the meta. A frontline ship could possibly, maybe something that might have a better option than Shimakaze, but I seriously doubt that. But something, if they came out with the UR Italian Vanguard ship that was excellent with torpedoes to maybe replace Duca, that might be something, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. So we'll have to see at this point. We don't know what's going to happen. But no, do not expect the meta to change at this point. So continue your building anchorage, and you should be all set if you can do that. All right. So thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Of course, once you've subscribed, you'll see a bell. If you click on the bell, you get notified any time I drop a video. Also, remember to like and share the video, as that tickles the YouTube algorithm pink. The YouTube algorithm just loves likes, and that makes the video viewable to more people, and it's recommended more. All right. So this is Ken Rear, still in the corner, still coming at you, signing out.